My dear colleagues in Naples, the first time when I came to your city was to get the award Fonseca Pimentel Prize for Journalism, which I appreciate wholeheartedly because it came at the time when I, as a human being and a journalist, needed encouragement, support, and was in great need of getting a possibility to be heard. It was the time when I had to start following the events in Ukraine, one of my homes. Unfortunately, in 2014, I returned to Ukraine, my birthplace, not because I wished to visit my relatives, but because I had to understand the reality of the country which was affected by the war. In 2014, that war just started. Now, in April 2020, I'm still getting news from Ukraine about shellings, about suffering, about lack of hope, despair, and lack of trust. People there lack trust in any institutions. They lack trust in Russia, in Europe, in whoever comes there to give them empty promises of peace. This situation is intolerable. We have had 7 years of war inside Europe. The war of very strange character, silenced, quiet, not visible. This morning I talked to a friend of mine, a Greek artist who lives in Finland. He told me that one of his Kurdish friends shared with him his view on how to find the way to get their Kurdish issue resolved. And he told that the only way is that he, a Greek artist in Finland, his wife, their son, people who have nothing to do with the Kurdish issue as such, start speaking about that. I can't but agree, but the same refers to the problem of the armed conflict in the eastern part of Ukraine. It's either Ukraine or Russia, and nobody else for whom this situation matters. Even if we speak here in Europe about Ukraine, it is always in the context of Mr. Putin. In May 2014, in the Ukrainian town of Slavyansk, 2 people died. One of them was a Russian human rights activist, a great friend of Italy, Andrei Mironov, and the other was an Italian photographer Andy Kelly. I spoke about them in Naples when I was receiving the award from the city of Naples. Speaking about them in 2015, I didn't have any hope that there will be some kind of justice for their deaths. Last summer in Pavia, there was a court trial which sentenced Vitaly Markev to quite long term of imprisonment. It wasn't that which made me happy. No, on the contrary, I wasn't happy at all listening to the verdict announced by the judge. It's just the beginning of a very difficult path towards combating injustice and unfairness and contributed somehow to stop the war.